you very much. Big win on senior day. Coach's opening statement.
Yeah, it was a great win for us. Saturday afternoon, really good crowd. Senior day, that was terrific. Two teams battling. I have a lot of respect for their program. I think that they play the right way. They're well coached. They execute. They're tough. They're physical. And I thought our group stepped up and did some really good things. I thought we were led by our seniors, which was awesome. I thought Jamel Horton played like a grown man out there. He was focused. He was locked in. He led us, which was terrific. Paul Newman ends up with 7 rebounds and no points, but he played big. I mean, his presence on the court was terrific. Jarvis obviously had it going in the last game, but didn't necessarily score a ton, but he was just focused. He was competing. Chuck, makes a big play at the end. That's what he does what Mac does. I thought our seniors were terrific. Aaron, unbelievable minutes off the bench. Luke makes a big three. Justin Neely makes a big basket. It was a great team, man. And if we can be this focused and play this physical and tough and be committed to winning like this, we could do some really awesome stuff through the most important part of the season.
Thank you, Coach. Abigail, you want to start?
Yeah, just what was the play where Newman to champions for that last play? Was that the plan out of the timeout? Is that what you guys drew up?
We just said, for Chuck, if he was on the backside to back cut, because I thought that, they were focusing on our big men. I thought what we were trying to do earlier was post them up a lot, so we kind of got stagnant. So because we weren't moving a ton on the backside, I thought we could get somebody loose, and Chuck made a great cut on the backside and ended up with a big play. Awesome. It was an awesome play.
Mike?
Yeah, you kind of mentioned, but Coach Harrigan was saying, seniors on senior day, he's kind of seen the story before. Just, a little bit more about Jamel, and just, it seemed like he was really just willing you guys on the last 10 minutes. And then also just kind of taking him out at the very end. Was that just to get him a nice hand, or?
Yeah, I just said to Jamel, I'm going to put the ball in your hands every possession down the stretch, and you're going to drag us through it. I thought he had a good pace, good purpose. After once we got back in the locker room after the senior day celebrations, he said, "That's over, let's get to work." I thought he was just ready to go. So I figured he was going to be the guy, and he was the guy. And then, what I'm hoping everybody understood is that kid just played his heart out. And, I thought people got it, and people clapped for him and acknowledged him, and I wanted to make sure that I give him a hug and say I was proud of him.
Coach, on a win like this, especially with it being a senior day, how everything started at the beginning of the season to how it is now, you guys, you probably don't know this, but you guys, I think, moved to number 4, if I'm not mistaken, in the rankings. And even though you still have 3 games still to play, just talk about how far the team has come since we started the season.
Yeah, far. I think in a game like this to start the year, we were down 10 against Towson, our first game of the year. It felt like we were down 40. We had to learn how to win and learn how to play together. I think we believe in each other, we trust each other. I think we play with great purpose and toughness. I don't know that we had that from day one, but it takes time to get that. I think individually the talent has grown. I think Jarvis, again, is playing great. Jamel, you can just see through the numbers how he's playing as the years progress. Even getting minutes like, from Luke off the bench, is terrific. Aaron's grown a ton. And big moment for Aaron, playing the way he did and making the plays he did in front of his brother who was here today and watching. It's pretty cool. Our program is growing. I think I've grown as a head coach. Our staff is growing. I think we understand who we are and what we're trying to do more. And this is what you want. This is the journey that you go on. From day one, we were a team just playing. Now we're putting with a purpose and we're together. I think we're a family, we're a unit, and we're trying to extend our season as far as we can right now. And I think we're learning what it takes to win, against really good teams that are playing out of desperation at this point.
How much would it mean? How much do you embrace it? Being to piggyback off what you said, how much you embrace it, being that you guys have moved up in the top 4 spots, and then now also you got a revenge game against me. It's clearly over. How much you embrace that situation?
What I said to our team is, to be in the moment and not to think about all the other stuff. And that was actually their idea. I think, earlier we talked about the standings a little bit. I think that put a little bit of pressure on them. So I'm not going to think about it either. It would be great to host a game here. To be honest with you, yeah, it would be terrific. I think it would be a huge step for our program, being in the focus on just playing me and being the best thing you can be in that day, executing your defense, being tough, being really good on offense, not screwing up plays out of timeouts. That's how you win. And I think if you're worried about the standings, that's just another thing to think about. You know, our team doesn't want to do it, so we're not going to do it. We're going to focus on, you know, the things we can control and keep rolling.
Okay.
I know you did literally just say you don't want to focus on the standings, because the log jam is kind of nuts, right? From
It's
like
crazy.
2 to like 11 or
Yeah.
whatever it may be. And even though you don't want to focus on it, that has to give these guys a little bit of confidence, knowing like, hey, in a couple of weeks we're going to head into this tournament and we're, you know, we might be 2, we might be 6, but we're all pretty much just as good as the other. Anything could happen.
Yeah, I think that they understand. Like we've shown it. I mean, we could be anybody in our league, but it's about us and how we execute, how we play. And yeah, I mean, you look at the standings. I mean, I obviously have seen it. I looked at it. I acknowledged it. But in the end, we got to have good practices and be ready to play the game. And whoever we're supposed to play in front of us, you know, for these next 3 games, and then in the postseason, so be it. I mean, whether we're a 2 seed, a 6 seed, or whatever seed, it's just about the game, you know, that we have in front of us. And if we can compete like we did today, again, we can be really, really good. And I think the way Jamal Horton's playing, Jarvis Doles is playing, Matt's playing, I mean, we can do something really, really cool here, but we got to focus on us.
Coach, 2 questions.
Yeah.
In a previous home loss, you talked about it felt like the team at times didn't play with a sense of urgency. Today, we've seen a complete 180 from start to finish. Can you talk about how well this team responded and played with a sense of urgency from start to finish?
Yeah, I thought, you know, senior day will do that to you. I think they start to realize that, you know, the clock is moving on them a little bit. So that's just reality. But, you know, we just said it, like, loose balls have to be ours. The toughest plays, we got to be, you know, the toughest group on those possessions. You know, as we're going through the rest of the season, the urgency has to be at a high level defensively. We have to be confident and calm offensively and get the best possession that we can and find the best shot. I thought, you know, we've learned that, because I thought early we had an urgency where we were just flying around, the ball was moving, we were just shooting balls. But I think we've learned, you know, what it takes to get a quality possession on offense, and then defensively the urgency needed to get a stop. And that's huge growth for our team. So we use the word urgency a lot, and I think we really understand what it is for our group.
Last question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how surprised were you that the trick play where Matt Cerruti threw an alley-oop and went in as a 3, as opposed to an alley-oop for Reddish?
Yeah, that, oh, wow.
Is that how you drew it up?
I just said the thing, I didn't know, I was like, what the heck just happened? I think the referees were trying to figure out. Actually, they actually let the ball, they said the ball went out of bounds. It was confusing. That was a very confusing 2 minutes, but, you know, crazy things happen in a college basketball game, and I'll take that all day. So I'm counting that in the book. I'm running with it, and we'll probably laugh about it in our film session on Monday. So.